Welcome to another episode of the Unquestioned Podcast. You heard it right, the Unquestioned Podcast. We found an amazing name that we feel like matches perfectly well with our format, with our tweets, and all kind of big questions that we're trying to answer as a young entrepreneur and ask. That's for sure. We're still very young and have a lot to learn. And today we're at the end of the year of 2022. And we're doing a kind of review of what happened the last year with the all kind of biggest founder, biggest hit in technology, biggest flop as well. So hopefully you like it. So let's get started, right? So Louis, but first at the end of the year, how is it still going at Spotify? Still no releases now, a little bit more quiet down.
No releases indeed. We don't want big bug spreading during the holidays, so we're taking it slowly and we're ramping up for some launches next year.
Perfect. Same with Relivo. We kind of developing a tiny bit in the back, but not releasing anything. So step by step, so we can start off the new year with some impressive things for our customers. It's now almost the end of 2022, and the first thing we want to see or we want to talk about is the most impressive piece of software. And we selected ChatGPT 3. So maybe Louis, you can start. Why did we pick this technology or this piece of software actually?
Yeah, I think we both agree. ChatGPT is the best demo. They also went from 0 to 1 million users in just a few days and set a new record by doing that. So a lot of people are very excited about like a first real application of this tech. And what ChatGPT does is it can write a long piece of text from just a few words, from just a few questions, from a simple prompt.
And the most amazing thing, what I as well believe, is like it feels like the more and more you work with, you see a little bit that it's kind of having similar patterns, but initially when you use it, it's like a human, and as well that it can remember the context, because that was in the beginning the most difficult. You could ask, for example, recognize what's in this image and write a small text about it, but then ask a couple other questions. It keeps remembering what you asked previously, and that's kind of what I found out, or what I find that this technology or software is the most influential of 2022.
Yes, that's a big deal. It's the first chatbot that you feel really works. You can even try to fool it, and it's pretty good at not like giving an answer to a bullshit question like how many horses can I fit in my backpack? It says no, that doesn't make sense. So it's good at spotting bullshit,
which is a good thing.
And next to ChatGPT, we also have a different kind of AI, which is also prompt based. So with a few words, you can also generate some pretty stunning art with DALL-E, which was then followed by Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion also creates art for you from a prompt, but can also be run locally and is open source, which is even more exciting.
Yeah, that is not like still remotely, but even you on your smartphone or on your laptop can run these models. Okay, so this was software. Let's shift to hardware, Louis. What do you think is the most impressive piece of hardware that came out this year?
Well, Meta surprised us with an even more expensive headset, the Quest Pro. And it's clear that before we can have a mainstream VR device with mainstream appeal, we need to see what's possible by going a little bit more expensive, a little bit more premium. And that's what they did with the Quest Pro, their $1,800-ish headset.
It's kind of logical, the same how the Tesla model works. First, build something very high premium to make it appeal to maybe a smaller version. And I think as well it will be, the first adoptions will be for maybe architects, for maybe a little bit in education, but as well maybe people working on hardware stuff that they use the 3D models. But step by step, it will get better and better over time, and more people will start adopting it. And one honorable mention was MKBHG, who reviewed this piece of hardware, and you as well saw that he uses this for literally for 5 or 6 different screens, and it's kind of, instead of buying a laptop with 4 or 5 different monitors, you could just buy one headset, and kind of it's limitless in what you can see or where you can place digital items. Voilà, that's what I still wanted to add. Let's go to the next one, Louis. The most influential founder.
Yes.
This is a good one.
I have a bit of a contrarian pick. I pick Mark Zuckerberg. And I always thought that...
Is it the same Mark Zuckerberg where the
yes.
shares dropped immensely?
Yes, the one running Facebook, which lost a lot of value, shareholder value. Correct. Over this year. But he's the only CEO of the really big tech companies, Amazon, Apple, that's still the original founder. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes me the most bullish on Facebook in the long run. And you can see that's exactly what like Zuck is doing, is not caring really about the stock, but really doing what he thinks is the most interesting.
Yeah, we talked about it. Oh, sorry, did you want to say something else?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
As well, we talked about it because the founder is, once you create a business and it's getting growing bigger and bigger, it's kind of, the money becomes more important and the innovation lacks a little bit, because you have to focus on your cash cows or the products that are generating money. And he is really saying, F that, I'm going to really focus on the innovation and get the next step in technology ready, which is VR and AR.
Yeah, he's willing to risk it all. It's a pretty bold bet to keep investing this much, and he's going to keep doing that for the next 10 years, regardless of the macro situation, which is pretty bad right now. And that's how you recognize that he's a true founder.
And actually, what I wanted to say is, I have. As the most influential founder, I have another opinion. Mark Zuckerberg is nice, but I would say still Elon Musk, because what Elon Musk has done this year is still incredible, with Neuralink, as well with what's happening at Tesla and the semi-trucks that are coming out, and as well with Twitter. Twitter is maybe distracting him a little bit, but give the man some slack, the crazy amount of companies that he's accomplishing. And another one as well, of course, with Tesla, the automatic robot that his name is Optimus, I think. Yeah. Which is quite incredible. So it's just on so many different levels.
That's a bit of a tease. That's a teaser. Maybe we can call that a possible teaser of the year.
Yes, okay.
Because it's not yet shipping to customers.
Now that we have the founders, the next one is the most or the biggest trend of 2022, which we picked as prompt-based models. Maybe Louis, why did we pick prompt-based models?
Yeah, so piggybacking on our most impressive piece of software, we've got large language models on one hand, chatbots that really work, and there are other applications, as well as these tools to create art. But I believe we're going to see even more applications with prompts. Everything is going to run on prompts. So this is really a trend that has panned out. We see applications today, and many more are going to come.
And this maybe to explain, a prompt is kind of a short version or a short line or sentence where you ask something and to either program something in a certain way or to kind of write something in a certain way, but in human language. You don't ask it to a computer in code language, you literally ask it in natural language, the way you would ask it to another human. So
exactly,
So that's quite insane. Like anyone can kind of become the builder, because you don't need to know code to start building a product or a service in the digital world.
Yeah, forget the how. Just tell me what you need, put it into the prompt. Now we still have to type, but very soon we'll just have to say it.
Yes.
And we get our answer back.
Follow up, nice. Now the next one is more business is the biggest exit. and the biggest exit that we picked is Figma. For Figma, who actually was bought by Adobe for 20 billion, which is an incredible amount. Maybe Louis, did you think this was a good or a kind of good takeover or a bad takeover for the world of technology?
Well, it's a great exit for the founders, also just in time, just before the economic downturn.
Correct.
And for Adobe, it's an expensive but necessary acquisition if they want to stay relevant in the long run.
Yeah, it's kind of, I see it similar as Microsoft taking over Yammer, and that they can just place it into their massive bundle the same way how now Adobe said like, oi, this is a big competitor, what do we need to do? We'll just kind of take it over and then put it into their Adobe subscription. I think it's gonna go like that. We'll see what will happen in 2023, but it's hopefully they keep it the same and very democratized how it was initially run, Figma. So voila, that's their biggest exit.
Now, the most impactful government intervention.
What was it?
With iPhone. Apple has officially responded.
Oh yes, sorry.
Saying that they will integrate USB-C forcefully, at least in Europe, into their phones. And I'm sure a lot of people are happy that they can ditch their adapters and just keep one cable to rule them all.
You won't have those awkward moments anymore when you ask for someone's cable. Do you have Apple or not? It will all be the same.
Well, in Europe, we'll
Europe
see. Maybe they go portless as a big fuck you to the
to the
EU, because it's only mandated to go into action. I believe 2024 end of 2024.
Okay.
So by then, who knows what form the most popular smartphone
we'll see.
will have.
It's not so nice for Apple, but maybe good for the users of a smartphone, that it's more standardized for everyone. Okay, so now another one is the biggest flop this year. Louis said altcoins. I think he has a little bit more knowledge on this topic than me, but why did you pick?
The alternative cryptocurrency still has to be validated. Yeah, its use case has to be validated. Everything except Bitcoin, really. We're still in a bit of a big crypto winter, and the only winner of this year in crypto is Bitcoin, because it shows that it's as decentralized to prove that it's worth anything.
Nice. Then we come to the last one, which is the biggest tease of 2022, and we picked Apple Car UI.
Yes.
Why did we pick it? I actually didn't know about it, but I have another one. But Louis, tell why you think that's the biggest tease of 2022.
Yeah, this image, it was just a few images that Apple showed us during their annual developer conference. Got me the most excited, but don't think there is a car that shipped with this yet. But I would love to see more of iOS and less car-made operating system in the car.
Voila. And then that's kind of it for 2022. Hopefully you agree, or maybe you don't agree, to our winners of 2022. Let us know what you liked and what you didn't like, and any feedback is welcome. So thank you very much, and see you on the next episode in 2023. Bye.
Ciao.